My name is Chris Mullins. I work on the Azure Developer Portal. This is an ASP.NET application that anyone who's kind of interacting with Azure deals with. This is where you redeem tokens. This is how you set up applications. This is how you edit role configurations, how you look at what's going on. This is kind of the public face of Azure for most developers. Developers sit down, they usually build an application on their desktop. They kind of test it locally, they use the local dev fabric. They get to a place where they're happy. They have a hello world that's working on their machine. Now they come to the Azure Dev Portal. They log in with their live ID, maybe they redeem a token, and they create a hosted service. So now what they do is they take the bits that they built in Visual Studio and they upload them to the Dev Portal. They click run, they click deploy, and a few minutes later, their app is actually running in the cloud. Windows Azure will light it up in the cloud, gives you an IP address, gives you a DNS name. You can set up a vanity domain if you want, and your app is actually now live to the world. From anywhere in the world, type in the IP address, and the app is live. So the Azure Dev Portal is an ASP.NET application. It's all written in .NET. It's leveraging a whole bunch of pieces of the Azure platform, and we'll be leveraging a whole bunch more in the near future. We're currently running on a fair number of machines. We are servicing requests from all over the world. We're seeing a lot of volume, a lot of traffic, and everything is running pretty well. We're actually pretty happy with it. So the Azure Dev Portal is an interesting beast. So Azure is this big, giant pyramid of stuff. At the bottom we have, machines, we have fabric, we have FFE, we have RDFE. And at the very top we have the public face, and that's the Dev Portal. The problem with being the guy who owns the Dev Portal is whenever anything goes wrong in this big, giant system, it shows up in the Dev Portal. Error, unable to upload, error, unable to start. So the next thing that happens, of course, is my phone rings. So a big part of my day is spent figuring out how we can make diagnostics through the entire system better. How can we figure out that the developer sees XYZ as an error, and before he even knows he's got an error, the right team is alerted, problems, diagnoses, the right trace, to get all these things fixed. That's been really the biggest job in the Dev Portal, is because we're the public face, everything surfaces there. So all the error handling, the diagnostics, not finger pointing, that's the wrong word, but how do we get to a root cause bug has really been about the Dev Portal and how do we do things there. So that's been the most challenging and certainly the most interesting aspects of it. The people I've talked to here are all really excited. The long tail of developers, that is all the mom and pop shops, all the people who can't afford the capital expense to go, let's build a data center, let's hire people to maintain it, can now get started with Azure. They can build an app, they can do it in their garage, they can do it in their free time. They can light it up in the cloud, and they can scale from 0 up to very large sizes, really with no operational expenses, no capital expenditures. It's a consumption model, and I think a lot of that long tail is really going to love it.